Good morning dear students, this is Bonani Purakasto. I welcome you all to today's video. Today we will do chapter 4 determinants. Today we will discuss properties of determinants. So first property is property 1. Property 1 is the value of the determinant remain unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. That means suppose if it is the determinant given and if we write another determinant, suppose like this, the first row will be the first column, because here it is said that rows and columns are interchanged. So all the rows will become column and all the column will become rows, and the third row will become third column. Then these two will be equal. The value of these two will be equal. So the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. In the remark, it is given that it follows from the above property that if A is a square matrix, then determinant of A is equal to determinant of transpose of A. A is a square matrix means whenever we talk about determinant, the matrix should be square matrix. After that, in this property, we learned that if the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant will not change. That means if we change the rows and columns, then it will become the transpose of A. That's why here it is written that determinant of A is equal to determinant of A transpose. So this is our property 1. Here example 6 is given to verify property 1. So in example 6, the question is given, we have to find the determinant of it first. So first of all, here the determinant is, the value of the determinant is minus 28. After that, we have to check that after interchanging rows and columns, the value of the determinant will change or will not change. So for that, here they have written the determinant interchanging rows and columns. So see, here the first row becomes the first column, the second row becomes the second column, and the third row becomes the third column. Now after finding the determinant of this one, the value is minus 28. For both the cases, the value is minus 28. That means our property 1 is verified. Now let us move to property 2. In the property 2, it is given if any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the sign of determinant changes. That means suppose this is given, if we interchange any two rows or any two columns here, then the sign of the determinant changes. Let's see. After expanding the determinant, we get that here the sign is changed. The value will remain same, only the sign will change. Here it is negative, but here it was positive. So let's do example 7 to get a clear idea of property 2. So in property 2, it was given that if any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. So here this determinant is given. That is given in example 6 also. The same determinants is taken here also. So the value of the determinant we all know minus 28. The explanation is done in example 6. Now we will interchange any two rows or columns in this example 7. So here what they have done, they have interchanged row 2 and row 3. So we will represent this interchange of row 2 and row 3 in this way. So in place of row 2 they have written row 3, and in place of row 3 they have written row 2, and row 1 will remain same. After that, expanding determinant this along first row. So they are doing the expansion along the first row, this first row. So the answer is C, 28. So in our first determinant, that means before interchanging the rows, the answer was minus 28, and after interchanging two rows, the answer is 28. So here the sign is changed. So this is property 2. If we interchange any two rows or columns of a determinant, then the sign of determinant changes. Property 3 is, if any two rows of a determinant are identical, identical means all corresponding elements are same, then value of determinant is 0. So let's move to example 8 to verify property 3. So in example 8 it is given, now see here the first row and the third row, here it is 3, here is 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. So 3, 2, 3, another row 3 is 3, 2, 3. Both the rows are identical, corresponding elements are same. So according to property 3, the value of this determinant will be 0. So let us see the expansion. See, in the expansion also the value of the determinant is 0. Now see, you may ask why they have not written minus 1 to the power something, that is we always write whenever we will do the expansion. So see, here they have taken the first row. So for the first row, before 3 we need to write minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, because 3 is in the first row, first column. If we take minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1, it will become plus 1. So this is positive. Now according to our rule, here in place of minus we have to give plus, minus 1 to the power. Now we have to write here something. Now 2 is in the first row, second column. So here we have to write 1 plus 2, first row, second column. So it will become minus 1 to the power minus 1 cube. Minus 1 cube means minus 1. So this plus will become minus. Now for the next one, for this one, this is also plus, minus 1 to the power. If we are taking this 3, so it will be 1 plus 3, because first row, third column. 3 is in first row, this 3 is in first row, third column. So we will write 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 means minus 1 to the power 4. So this plus will remain positive. So plus 3 into 4 minus 6. That means they have done this calculation in a single line. They have already changed the signs. So the value of the determinant is 0. So from here we can say that if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. In property 4, it is given that if each element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by k. So to explain property 4, let us take an example. So here I have taken matrix A and matrix B. Both are 3 by 3 matrix and both are square matrix also, because since we are doing the determinants here, we have to take square matrix. Now see, look at A, this is the matrix. Now in B, what we have done, we have changed the first row. In the first row, what we have done, the elements of first row of A are multiplied by 2. Since in property 4, it is said that we have to multiply any one row or the column by a constant, all the elements of a row or a column by the constant. So, here the constant is 2. So, we are multiplying the elements of first row of A by 2 and we have represented the matrix by B. Now, first of all, we will find the determinant of A. So, for that we have written like this inside the determinant sign. Now, we are expanding this along row 2 because we have a 0 in row 2. So, our calculation will be easier. So, for this 4, we have to write minus 1 to the power 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is because 4 is in the second row first column. So, 2 plus 1, 4 into this row and this column we have to cut and the remaining elements are 2, 3, 2, 1. Same thing we have to do with this 5. So, minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2 because 5 is in the second row second column. So, it will be 2 plus 2. After that, leaving the second row and the second column, the remaining elements we have to write. The remaining elements are 1, 3, 3, 1. After that, doing the calculation, we get minus 24. Now, let us move to determinant B. Now, we have to find determinant B. And I am expanding the determinant B along row 3. It is your choice how you are expanding. I am expanding it along row 3. So, for this 3 is in the third row first column. So, it will be 3 plus 1. Then leaving this column and this row, the remaining elements are 4, 6, 5, 0. Next, for 2 is in the third row second column. So, minus 1 to the power 3 plus 2 and here we have to give the positive sign. Then 2 into leaving the third row second column, the remaining elements are 2, 4, 6, 0. Next, we have to do plus. Now, we have to take 1. So, 1 is in the third row third column. So, minus 1 to the power 3 plus 3 into 1, leaving the third row third column, the remaining elements are 2, 4, 4, 5. After that, doing the calculation, we have minus 48. Now, see, minus 48 can be written as 2 into minus 24. The minus 24 is the value of determinant A. So, from here we can say determinant B is equal to 2 into determinant A. So, from here it is verified that if we multiply all the elements of any one row or any one column of a matrix by a constant, then its value of the determinant is also multiplied by that constant. So, here what we did, we multiplied the first row by 2 and after multiplying the first row by 2, if we find the determinant of that matrix, then we will get that the answer will be the 2 determinant A. That means, the value of the determinants is multiplied by 2. So, this is our property 4. Now, one more thing is given in property 4 and it is in remark. So, it is given here that 2 determinants are given. Look at these 2. What they have done, they have taken out k. Since k is in the first row, all the elements of the first row contains k. So, we can take common. This k we can take out from this determinant. So, here it is written that by this property we can take out any common factor from any one row or any one column of a determinant. So, if a determinant is given and a common factor is there for any one row or any one column, then we can take out that common factor outside. Now the next remark is given. The next remark is, in the next remark it is given that if corresponding elements of any two rows or columns are of a determinant are proportional, then its value is 0. Proportional means what? See, look at this. Here you see the first row A1, A2, A3 and the third row KA1, KA2, KA3. So here row 1 and row 2 are proportional. Now see, from here using the first remark we can write equal to K into A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3. Now see, this row 1 and row 3 are identical. We know if two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. So K into 0, and that is according to property 3. So the value of the determinant will be 0. So according to this remark, if corresponding elements of any two rows or columns of a determinant are proportional, then its value is 0. Here example 9 is also given. Here in example 9, the first row and the third row are proportional. Now see what they have done in the solution. In the solution they have written 102 as 6 into 17, 18 as 6 into 3 and 36 as 6 into 6. So here the common factor is 6, and we know if we have a row or a column like this, we can take out the common factor outside. So they have taken out 6 outside. Now see, the first row and the third row are identical. So according to property 3, the value of this determinant is 0. 6 into 0 is 0. So answer is 0.